up, guys? Sam from the Byeforever family, back with another war recap, and as you can see, I am over in Hello4Now, and you know what that means. It means AWL action. Now, before I jump into this one, before we get into the replays or anything else, I want to talk about this one. Now, this, in the AWL's mind, at least for their War of the Week scheduling, was not the War of the Week. But let me just go ahead and tell you now. This was 100% the War of the Week. 3-0 Hello4Now versus 3-0 267-276 BBorn. In the Superhuman division, 20 Town Hall 12s versus 20 Town Hall 12s. The top two clans in the top division of the AWL going at it. And it was crazy. Absolutely insane war. All the way. So, let's not mess about any longer. I could, jump into the replays and not show you who won or anything until the very end, but where's the fun in all of that? So let's get into it. To the Warlock, to the friendly Warlock. You see the line there, and you know that Hello4Now is walking away 4-0 from this one, standing atop the division alone. 94.35% destruction to 92 flat. 13 12v12 triples on each side. 26 12v12s in this war. So, an excellent war to the guys and girls on the BBorn side. They brought it. Hello4Now, just bringing it a little bit harder. Now, we had a pretty slow start to this war. We had a slow Saturday, only like 5 or 6 hits in. We were behind the entire time, right up until, look at this last minute of the war. Last 2 minutes of the war, really. Sarge getting a triple for us. Patriot getting the defense. Salmon getting the triple in the last minute. QC getting close. Carbon Fin with the triple. Myself almost getting the triple. And Steve almost picking up the triple. So we definitely had some shots. We had a lot of attacks to get in at the very end of this one. But Carbon Fin and Salmon pulling us dead even in this one. And it was a victory for Hello4Now. So an excellent job to the other side. But let's jump into some of the replays. So I was trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do from this one. We do have to make some recommendations, obviously, for the War of the Week recaps and, what content I wanted to pull out of this one. So I decided we're going to look at the 2 most OP strategies right now in Hello4Now, or at least the strategies that we are having the most success on. So first is going to be those Electro Drags. So we've got Rebel Patriot going up against their number 2 base, Apple, with the E-Drags. And, yeah, moving in with that blimp, suiciding it in, trying to pick up this Inferno Tower down here. Also, very nicely, getting a Tesla Farm, getting the CC Lord out. And a couple of trailing balloons, actually, are what slide in and grab that Inferno Tower. Now we're going to deal with that CC. So it goes ahead, gets that Queen down over there in the 230 position. Very nicely placed Poison Spell. I mean, look at that. Catches those minions way out front. Catches the baby drag. It stays just inside. And even the dragon stays just inside. Suing in the king over there on that Town Hall. Gets it taken care of. And I should say, in this one, not only was this 20 Town Hall 12s versus 20 Town Hall 12s, but for the BBorn side, it was 20 maxed Town Hall 12s. 20, maybe not maxed defensively, but maxed out Giga Tesla Town Halls now. Some people might say that doesn't make a difference. Let me tell you, it makes a huge difference about how you approach the war. Hello4Now also doing our best. I think we brought 18 maxed out Giga Teslas. So, a pretty even Steven war in this one. But Rebel is moving in. He's finishing up almost. Still got 6 or 7 dragons up. Running low on loons, pops that vulnerability. It is a little late. Would have liked to have seen that much earlier. Maybe keeping some of those balloons alive to go over there, get that Inferno Tower taken care of. You can see it's causing some problems. Does need to get that free spell down. It is wreaking some havoc on those dragons, but gets it down. Doesn't have to worry about it. Has that swag freeze in the bag. So we're going to 2x this one. Obviously, the drags, very, very slow troop. In fact, the recap today, not only are we looking at the two, I think, best strategies that we have right now in Hello4Now for taking down bases, but they're going to be polar opposites in terms of time, or at least movement speed of the troops. So hopefully that doesn't give it away, and I'm going to kind of bounce around because I don't want to watch all of one attack and then come back and watch all of the other attack. So I'm going to jump down to number 9, and we're going to check out Meeps. And Meeps doing it with what else? The strategy that I put out a guide on last week, and how could you expect us not to be running it? It is what we call the bomb diggity. Here comes that Sui blimp in. In fact, I think, geez, every attack that we're looking at today has that suicide blimp. So everyone leaning on that wall wrecker for, how great it is. I mean, it can run through an entire base if done properly, but we found a way to use this blimp and use it very, very well. And so I said we use the very, very slow electro drags, but you're about to see how fast of a movement speed a different troop can have. So Meeps gets this CC out. The dragon, the double baby drag, goes ahead, gets the poison spell down, and a baby drag also to help with this queen. And you can see the king is up there. He's at 9 o'clock. He's going to walk from 9 towards 12. Baby dragon and queen are going to do some funneling, and here they come. 3-finger drop on those miners with the warden coming in behind. He's going to keep everything moving in with that beautiful life aura, gets that heal spell down. Honestly, don't know about that one. I don't know how I felt about that heal spell. I feel like it could have been dropped quite a bit later. I know there was the eagle splash damage on the miners, but generally they can get through one shot pretty easily. But gets that second heal spell down. It took care of both of the bomb towers, and now the split gets a little bit strange here, you can see. But she gets the next heal, the heal after that down. So basically just blanketing this entire base in these heal spells. Pops that warden ability, only gets about half the miners in there, and there is those skellies, which do cause a problem for the miners. So that freeze ended up being just a bit early because the miners had to deal with that. But the best part about this is if it's done properly, the queen is still up, and you can see that queen is still up. Even though the miners are starting to trickle out just a bit, they start to go down with that queen coming around the bend. As long as 1 or 2 miners pops up to tank for her, she can do a ton of work in behind those miners. And I can already tell you this isn't the only hit. We're going to see something like that happening in this one. So an excellent job to Meeps picking this one up, and in fact Meeps picking up the 6-pack this week. I think might have been our only 6-packer, or no, one of our only 6-packers. We did have 2 this week, but Meeps getting it done with the miners in this one. They're going to finish up on that storage, and that's going to be it. So excellent hit to Meeps in that one, and let's move on. So we've seen the very slow electro drags, we've seen the very fast miners, and of course we're going back to those very slow electro drags. And in this one we'll be checking out Mr. Bean going in, and he is back with the E-drags, doing it a little bit differently here. An E-drag down for the funnel, not often you see it, and a balloon in there actually to help as well. So that's pretty interesting. There is the king not being suied in for the town hall, so in fact just going to try to grab as much value as he can with these Sui heroes down here at the 6 o'clock side. I don't think he's going to get an air defense or anything like that, but goes ahead, blankets down those E-drags. There is that battle blimp, not suicided in or anything this time. And it's at a multi-inferno. It is a multi-inferno, so that's not going to do too much in this one, but Mr. Bean using those free spells effectively this time. So I believe we saw the clone variation last time. Look at that. Look at that warden ability. If he had caught those loons in there, that would have been the greatest warden ability maybe of all time. But keeping up these air defenses, or keeping these air defenses freezed up, still has 2 freezes left, needs to get the 1 down for the Inferno, and then can freeze the Town Hall as well. So those electro drags over there in the 9 o'clock side, really not seeing too much damage through that entire kind of section there. In fact, still has the hero ability, or at least the queen ability. His king beat in and died, so that was a little bit unfortunate, but E-drags just absolutely smashing through that base. I mean, he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 E-drags left. I think he started the raid with 8, so only lost 2 the entire way. So excellent job to him. And we are moving down to check out, of course, the next raid. And it is going to be miners. We're back to the miners, and we are back to the bomb tickety. And this time it is Sarge going up against Vampire King. And so let's see how we get on in this one. Where are we going to be starting off? Looks like using some loons to trim down those troll Teslas. Always love to see it. Grab the value where you can. A 1-for-1 loon trade is absolutely amazing. Here comes that battle blimp moving its way in at the 9 o'clock side, and there's a rage spell waiting for it. So we're seeing a couple of variations, sometimes using the haste, sometimes using the rage, just really depending on what kind of value you can get here. But you can see that blimp moves in very, very nicely. Doesn't look like he got a wizard tower or anything kind of too crazy like that. But still, setting up the pathing. Drops down those 2 giants, gets the CC Lord out. Gonna bring it over here. Right to about 2 o'clock, poison it down, and let the queen as well as a baby drag take care of that. Needs to get that witch, and there goes the king. The king is being suied in for the town hall. That is often what we try to do, especially in these types of hits. Now, the enemy king did pop out, so that is going to cause him some issues. I don't actually think he's going to get, didn't even get like a quarter damage down on that town hall, so that a bit unfortunate. Maybe a couple of Valks could have helped out or something like that. But here we go in. You see the beautiful path we have set up for those miners. Funneled the 9 o'clock side, funneled the 12 o'clock side. Here we go. Mass miner moving through the base. Got 4 kill spells and the rage spell for the very core of this one. Should get this. Well, not should. We already know what's going to happen. But watching this one live, we were like, oh, well, he should be okay. Of course, I didn't see that the town hall was still up. I thought we were going to be in a little bit of trouble there. But you can see Sarge just pushing through. Gets that rage spell down very, very nicely. Lots of bombs going off there in the core. You can see this is a very, very tight base. Pops that Warden ability. I would have liked to maybe have seen that saved for the Giga Tesla, as all of these kind of miners, you see they're kind of splitting a little bit weird, but like right about here, if you drop that Warden ability, those miners that are over there getting cooked by the town hall at this moment would be alive, would be smacking right through it. But because the miners do live through the heal, through the Giga Tesla, not going to be too much of an issue. Needs a few more to get over there. They do get there. Bomb goes off. Things get a little bit closer, so we are going to 2x through this. But you can see he's got another pack of miners. They come in late. They start taking care of a lot of the defenses. And Sarge picking up a beautiful 12v12 for us. And this was another one right down the stretch of the war. So excellent hit there. Let's move back to the other strategy. We got to go back up, and we're looking for number 14, and it is the Aqua Salmon. And we're back to the E-Drags. Back to the E-Drags, and Salmon did it big. And this was another one. I say this about like all of these hits, but I think everything except for the hit on number 3, so the second E-Drag hit in this video. I think that is the only hit that came in like early-ish in the war. All of these other hits were in the last, I would say, last half hour of the war. So yeah, what a finish it was. Now you can see in this one, Salmon choosing to bring the wall wrecker. I think that was a little bit of a mistake. I think he actually said that in game, wanted a blimp, instead got a wrecker. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure, but either way, he got a nice little funnel kind of carved out for himself here. And here we go in with the draggies. He's got 5 balloons. I don't know exactly where those came in this one. Like I said, this one was hectic down the stretch. I was planning my attacks. I had 2 attacks left in the last 15 minutes of this war, while trying to check out Carbon's stream, because Carbon was streaming this one, trying to check to see, you know, who was hitting what, making sure everyone had targets, you know, taken care of. We're getting all the right bases hit. And yeah, so this was a crazy one down the stretch, but Salmon moved in. This was a really, really nicely done hit. Now those loons did seem to peter out there. I don't think, is he gonna get that Inferno? Is that E-Drag? 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 Yes, it does. All right, so that E-Drag did get the Inferno. things are going to get a little close here. We're going to 2x through this one because, again, it is going to be another kind of slow-moving attack. You can see only 3 E-drags left over. Does have quite, not quite a bit, I mean, 10% of the base left to get through. And I do remember hearing this one in the background on the headphones. Carbon saying, oh, is he going to get this? Oh, yeah, it looks like he's got it. Because I wasn't watching. Obviously, I'm trying to plan what I was trying to do in the last, 10 minutes of the war. But very, very nice hit to Salmon in this one. Getting it finished up. You can see Dusty Drake's got to move over to 3 o'clock and finish it up. So an excellent, excellent hit to him. And now we are on to the very last hit. And this is the only time that I ever plug myself. I do not submit myself for War of the Weeks or anything like that, but I was very happy with this one because this was an order of the operations hit. So you can see dropping in the King first, getting that Giga Tesla taken care of. And then here comes that battle blimp, gonna Sui it in again. It's the Bomb Diggity. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. So there are the loons. The loons have to path straight over to that Inferno, get it taken care of, get as much value as I can out of that battle blimp, lure out the CC, and look at the troop count in this one. This was one of the only times I kind of change up my count, but I got 4 goblins in this one. Lure the CC down to 6 o'clock, and poison it, and Queen. Just Queen. Gonna take care of that. There are those goblins as well as the wizards. They were just there to get those storages. I wanted to get through them kind of quickly, and I knew those goblins doing a little bit of double damage would help those wizards get through them. Very nice. There goes those miners. So moving them in. Queen is doing her thing, making sure these miners stay inside the base. First heal spell goes down. There is a max bomb tower in there, so I was a little bit worried about that. I had never hit something like that before, other than farming. But was pretty confident in this plan, just kind of running through it. Now this base is pretty similar to the one that you saw Rebel take out earlier with the Electro Drags, and we had tried it. It didn't work out the same way. A couple of buildings off, but figured that we could get this done with some miners. So rage and everything up in the core now. Had some weird miner splits. I thought I had more miners than I think I did, maybe on that Eagle. Because it got 1 extra shot off than I kind of anticipated. But again, like I said earlier, it's about having those miners up that can tank for the Queen, and she is really the MVP in this one. You can see bombs going off, miners running low, get a last heal spell down, and this heal spell actually pulling double duty. Look at that Queen. She walks in, she gets healed up, and actually that really helps out here because those miners are gonna run around. They're going to do the tanking for these last couple of point defenses. That wizard tower, really the only major threat here, but Queen back to about half health. She can get through basically everything that's left. And yeah, going to finish this one up. So, nice hit to me. Like I said, I don't show a lot of my own personal raids, but I like that one. It worked out well in this one, and I needed another minor hit to show that wasn't Mups's, so. Well, I was going to kind of stop it there because we did get through the minor and E-drag hits that I wanted to show. But you know what, I think we're going to go for one more, and we're going to show off Carbon Fin because Carbon did pick up the 6-pack this week and the hit that won us the war. Now, this is not his hit that won us the war. For that one, I didn't feel like we really need to showcase that base. In fact, it is a base that Carbon has in a video because it's a base that I had from quite a while ago. So we were pretty confident that he was going to get the triple on it, seeing as he had done it in FCs for his video. So we'll show his other attack. It's on base 8 here, but it is using his twin dive attack that he has kind of come up with. And you can see he suied in the king, got the town hall taken care of, suited in the queen, got a bunch of value, and then hasted in a couple of loons here to get an inferno. Now he's trying to get that CC pull, and that is proving to be a little bit difficult for him in this one. You can see dropping in a few loons, and honestly, when I saw how much he was struggling to get this CC lore. I started to get a little bit worried about time. You can see we're already a minute and a half into this replay. 30% of the base taken out. Town Hall is secured, but taking his time getting all of this taken care of. So does finally get the dragon, the baby drag, everything pulled over. Gets it into a poison spell, uses a baby drag to take care of it, and very smartly, before it's even taken care of, goes ahead and starts in with this air portion. So this is like a quad Lalo with blimp as well, and I think the blimp has loons in it. So he just brings in just a massive air assault from the 9 to like 2 o'clock side of this base. Drops in the rage spell, drops those skellies, rip the queen instantly, freezes that eagle, and look at how many loons are left in this one. I mean, did miss maybe a quarter of his loons over there, working that 2 o'clock area, but does get down that heal spell. So keeps up a bunch of his loons. Would have been beautiful to have like one more haste or something crazy there to finish this one up, but absolutely smacks that one down. Sorry about the pause there. I was trying to get to the 2x button, but not a whole lot of cleanup left. He did it as he was going. So an excellent hit to Carbon in that one, picking up, like I said, the 12v12 6-pack this week. That, I think, is going to do it, guys, for this recap. Like I said, might not have been the war of the week in the AWL's book, but definitely the war of the week, and maybe the war of my lifetime. Jeez, my heart was beating so fast at the very end of that one. In fact, in my second attack, it was a 91% fail. I accidentally swagged my warden ability about 8 seconds into the raid. Obviously, you know, a little bit of shaky hands, but again, good war to the guys and girls over at BBorn. Look forward to seeing them later on in the playoffs. We are moving into the back half of our season in the AWL, hoping to stay undefeated. We do have another tough test next week, and we'll see how that one goes. But that's going to do it, guys, for this recap. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. But that's going to do it, guys. See you on the next one. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love